Legendary with off-roaders for decades. This is the entry-level LR2, which is also known as the baby Land Rover. So let's explore it. It competes with a lot of wonderful vehicles like the Mercedes GLK and Audi Q5, BMW X3. It's this compact, luxury SUV, but this one has some serious off-road capabilities. One of the big improvements Land Rover made is under the hood. Instead of the V6, which was heavy and quite honestly not the greatest performer, they put a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It produces 240 horsepower, 250 pound-feet of torque. It's also direct injected, so you're going to get much better fuel economy. However, the Land Rover LR2 is also a very heavy vehicle at over 4,500 pounds, so 21 miles to the gallon, that's about what you can expect combined city and highway. One of the things that makes a Land Rover so off-road ready is this thing called the angle of approach. So as you can see here, this has a very steep angle so that if you're going to go over rocks or some heavy-duty off-roading, you don't have to worry about taking out your front bumper. This is what makes Land Rovers so good off-road. Plus, it's got one of the best off-road systems you can get today. The LR2 comes in 3 trim levels: Base, HSC, and HSC Luxe, which is for luxury, of course. And one of the things that's missing in this $49,000 package here is automatic liftgate. I think a lot of the other vehicles in this segment already have that, and I think LR2 is a little bit behind the times. But as you can see, it's designed to be rugged, even though few first-time buyers will actually take their LR2 off-road. It's got this nice heavy-duty mat. The seats are just very industrial feeling. The headrests are big, they're firm, and you always feel like you're just ready to take this thing anywhere. None of the vehicles in this segment are particularly great for rear seat legroom. But one thing that the LR2 has done is offer this stadium seating. As you can see, the second row is much higher than the front row. So it gives you a nice point of view and still got pretty good headroom. The LR2's interior is functional, bordering on luxurious, but it is a very typical Land Rover. I like the layout. Nav screen's a little bit too small for my liking by today's standards. Land Rover has struggled with their infotainment system in recent years, but I think they've done a good job with this one. It's still a little bit slow, but my biggest issue is with the Bluetooth system. Even though it was very easy to connect my iPhone and it works relatively well, there was a lot of static. And I tried some different phones, still got the same results. So that's something you may want to look into. But otherwise, a great driving car. I love the 6-speed automatic transmission. It's very quick and very responsive. And overall, just a good value and just kind of a good differentiator for the segment. When you look at the rest of the segment, I think it's relatively soft, not as rugged. And I think Land Rover has really kind of stuck to their foundation of building wonderful world-class off-road vehicles. Part of the HSC Luxe package is the 825-watt Meridian sound system. Now I know that this video is not going to do the audio any justice, but if you like good sound systems, I think this is one of the best on the market, and I would highly encourage you to go down to your Land Rover dealer and test it out. It is just pure, just perfect sound. Land Rover is really ahead of the game with this 2-liter direct injection turbocharged engine. And like I mentioned, this is not a light vehicle, which is a good thing because you want that extra weight just in case you get into an accident. But it is pretty responsive.